Hi, this is going to be a daily experience video. It's not the experience of today, um, but it's a very dreamlike and cartoonish one, and it's quite fun to tell, so I would like to share with you. Many times I experience this this vision kind of thing when I'm taken back to my own creation. Some of these versions of my creation come back over and over again, but but every now and then I have a new kind of creation story of my own person. Um, I leave it there, don't make a theology out of it, it's just how it happens to me. Um, my childbirth, my birth wasn't like terrible or very traumatic. There were some struggles involved, some hardships with my parents, but it wasn't like they didn't want me or not there wasn't a big trauma involved with my birth. Still, God shows me over and over again how much He waited for me to come to this world, how much He enjoyed creating me, and how much He rejoiced over me as a little baby. So I somehow I need this, um, and yes, it's it was like I was um, what I saw. Oh, let's start all over again. I just found the new um, musician on Spotify. I really like him, the way he writes lyrics about like endless love. And I don't know whether he's a Christian, I don't care. I really love his lyrics, and many times when I spend time with Jesus, I listen to him. And he has this lyrics that I was made for you, you were made for me, and there is nothing this in this world that will do. I know that my heart was made for you. I know that this love is here to stay. Every moment gets better every day. And I was like, every now and then I have this like experience when I listen to a song and just it comes alive and Jesus is singing it to me. And it happened, like Jesus was singing this over me, and I saw him uh, playing in the sand, writing in the sand, and for making different forms out of the sand, um, as if he was in a playground, but it was empty. And he started to form me, and every every other minute he just stopped and 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 just started to dance and shout and he was clapping and crying out loud. He was he was in ecstasy about like forming me, and every time he tried something new on me, he stopped to celebrate it. And it was great to see that. It was very much healing for me. Um, and when I was almost finished, like I was even alive, but I wasn't alive. Like I could breathe and look, and I was functioning as a body, but still the ability to say no to God and resist Him wasn't in me. And it was such a lifeless thing. Like I didn't even have a real person. I always thought about like why God made us able to say no to Him. But at this point I felt like how lifeless and boring and impersonal I was, because of my lack of the ability to say no to Him. And when it got installed into me, I was alive, like really alive. And God was happy about me having this ability to say no to Him. Like, He was excited about it because He knew that it's the only way for me to really fall in love with Him. And He knew I would fall in love with Him because of my, because I will fall in love with Him. But and no matter how long I would say no to Him, He knows that at the end I will love Him, and this love will be real because I had other options. So yeah, I somehow I got to understand that how important it is that we have this ability to resist Him. We can say that it is free will, but Calvinism downplayed this term a bit. What is free will? What is not? Um, um, all I know is that this thing is crucial, and it's not something that is a faulty design. Like, oh, he somehow didn't pay enough attention, and this ability to say no to him got into our system. Like, it was his plan to make us able to say no to him so that we can fall in love with him like real, like from our own intention. This puppet who had no ability to resist God was alive but somehow lifeless. Had a person, but it was a bit impersonal. Like, it was a bit like disgusting in a way. Like, I was like, oh, is it really me? And he said, no, no, no. It's like, I'm not done with that. Yeah, and after that, I became really alive, and God was really happy about me being able to say no to Him. And He celebrated even that, and there was a huge party, like everyone was rejoicing, all of the heavenly creatures that I was born. And it wasn't my real birth. I think it was like the birth of the thought of me in God's mind or something like that. I don't know. I won't make a teaching out of it. Um, and uh, and then God just started to write the books of my life. And I thought that God has a book of my life, like about His best plan and best idea, like, or He has a book of like of the story of my life that He knows that's gonna happen. Um, so because He foresees everything, He can write my book. But it wasn't like that. He was writing not just one book of His perfect will. He was writing limitless books, like billions of books of my life. Like, He has written my life for every choice I make. Like, He has, if I choose this, He wrote my whole life for that choice. If I choose that, He wrote my life for that. And He wrote so many books. And it was such a deliverance for me. Like, I just don't need to like find His perfect will and somehow try to make sure that I don't fall out of it. Like, He said that all of these books are my perfect will, and some of them contain a lot of saying no to me during your life, but the end of all of these books is good. All of them have happy ending. All of them has you being brought back to me. So chill out, because I have written my perfect will for all the choices you make, and it's okay if you make around and do something silly. I will feel sorry and sad for you wasting 10 days or 10 years or decades on something that is hurting you or hurts others, but it's all gonna be just fine. Like, I'm gonna bring you home. I have written the perfect will of me for your life, for every choice you can make. It's like he's a programmer, mastermind who oversees the whole process, and he programs so well that no matter what you click on, a landing page will appear. He's a really good programmer, and he writes such a good program that it works for every choice. Uh, and that's what I felt like. And I felt such a relief. Like, oh, like I can't mess it up. I can't fall out of God's will. And yeah, I can hurt myself like in vain. And of course, God is for not hurting myself in vain and not make unnecessary rounds. And but it's just, yeah, I felt like everything will be fine in the end. And I was thinking, like, what if he has done for this for all the people coming to the world, like writing their lives in countless books, and the ending of all of them is happy. In some way, I believe that. I won't make a doctrine out of it. It's only an experience. But I feel that there is a very deep truth to it. That all will be fine, and one day every tongue will confess and every knee will bow. But it wasn't about humanity. I was just thinking about it. I experienced it. It was about, like, how well my life is written. And then I felt like, if I make a bad choice and I feel like, oh, it has made me like adrift from the perfect will, it's actually not true. I'm just, that version is just in another book. Like, what I experience right now has been written by the very hand of God. So it's just gonna be so fine. The mistake I will do tomorrow has been written down. Not because it was from the heart of God that I committed, but He's such a good Father that He wrote His plans even for that. And I can't blow His plans. I can't blow it up. I can't blow His plans. Oh, it just makes me so drunk. And then I felt like God was just sitting outside of time and space and writing these books, and there are billions of them, and these pages were falling everywhere, and they were flying like birds. Some of them are being caught by birds, and the birds were flying with these pages, and these pages were spreading everywhere, the stories of my life. And it was completely cartoonish. Like, it was like real cartoon, like birds taking away the pages of my life story. And it was like, yeah, then I was just laughing, and God was laughing hysterically. He was happy about all the stories he has written. And he said, I'm happy even when I write the stories that you make the worst choice all the way down to the very end. Because even then, I will bring you home. Yeah. May all the hope and freedom be given to you what I experienced through this vision. God bless you. May the heaven fall on you. Amen.